Right now, Americans across the country are gathering for Thanksgiving. We'll take a look at some of the festivities. Plus, a local church celebrates the season of giving by serving free Thanksgiving meals for the community. And thousands of people kick off their holiday early this morning as a Thanksgiving tradition trots back to Madison. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Well, good evening and happy Thanksgiving. With parades, feasts, and charity, Americans across the country and beyond are gathered today for Thanksgiving. Brian Abel has a look at the celebrations.
It might have rained on their parade, but New Yorkers were out in full force, kicking off festivities with the 98th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I thought it was going to be worse. This is completely doable. We're having a great time.
22 floats and 17 giant balloons made their way down the 2.5-mile parade route, culminating in an appearance from the big man himself. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden spending the holiday in Nantucket, where he stopped by a local fire station.
There's a lot to be thankful for. I mean, look, we're the United States of America. I really believe there's nothing beyond our capacity.
Across the country, Americans expressing their gratitude by giving back. In Rhode Island, a moving company owner loaded up his trucks with 300 turkeys and food baskets to hand out to families in need.
It feels good to see the people actually come out and get a free turkey and get a free meal, so they know, at least I know on that day, what my company did and how they're going to be eating a family meal.
This year's celebrations are reaching beyond our planet.
Brussels sprouts, butternut squash, apples and spice.
NASA astronauts sharing what a Thanksgiving feast looks like aboard the International Space Station. Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams, who had their mission extended after complications with Boeing's Starliner, are embracing their unexpected holiday among the stars.
We're thankful for zero gravity. It's fantastic.
In Washington, Brian Abel, News 3 Now.
Well, Thanksgiving is the time to gather with family and gobble down some good eats. But for families who want to celebrate with their community, they may break bread elsewhere. The Good Shepherd Lutheran Church was just the place this afternoon where they invited hundreds of families from the community to enjoy a free Thanksgiving meal. It took 100 volunteers and countless food donations so the church could serve everything from turkey to greens and pumpkin pie, of course. They invited families, friends, and solo celebrators to come together for the holiday.
I am grateful for people being willing to come and serve and gather. I feel like in this time, you never know where people are at. People experience a lot of loneliness, a lot of personal crises. I get to see that as a pastor. And so to have people come and gather for something joyful is something I'm so grateful for.
This was the 30th year Good Shepherd served free meals for families. The feast wrapped up around 1 p.m. this afternoon. Well, the Thanksgiving festivities continue. Thousands gathered outside the Alliant Energy Center this morning for the 10th annual Madison Turkey Trot. Our Elia Liberté takes to the race to show us a Thanksgiving tradition.
People may kick off Thanksgiving in different ways, but for many at the Madison Turkey Trot, it's a tradition. Or the start of one.
This is how I like to start Thanksgiving, you know, get a little workout in, and then afterwards you get to eat turkey, and that's my favorite part.
Our first 5K as a family. People decked out from beak to feet. From runners.
We all get together every other year for Thanksgiving, and we looked this up and thought it would be a fun way to get out of the house and let the kids stay with Dad.
To their supporters.
And it's her first 5K. And so we're really excited to support her.
People from all over Wisconsin.
I'm from Middleton.
And I'm from Wanakee.
And the world.
I'm from Finland.
Like one exchange student learning a very American tradition.
I'm so glad to be here, and I'm very curious to see what's going on.
And his friend, happy to share.
It's just nice to have a friend that is from far away, to know a new culture.
No matter why they're here, people say they have a lot to be thankful for.
We're all very fortunate to have each other, and we love each other a lot. And so just being together is amazing.
I'll be with my family today, like later on, but being with this group of made family we chose, is really special.
Reporting in Madison, Elia Liberté, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. Today's event was also in partnership with the United Cerebral Palsy of Greater Dane County. Some of the proceeds from the race went to UCP, and runners had the option to donate when registering. Well, we have a chilly holiday weekend ahead. Let's check in with Alex Harrington for our first warm weather forecast. How cold are you out there, Alex?
I'm good. I got to confess, I was hanging out in our little garage over here, and then our producer said, Alex, you can gracefully make your way out to the patio now. It's not very pleasant out here. It's chilly. It's breezy. We even have a few flurries, but it's not the flurries that's the main part of our weather story. Future track temperatures show us the main part of our weather story. Look, by the time we get to 12 o'clock, as you look off to the northwest, we have teens that will be sweeping in to southern Wisconsin as we carry forward through the rest of the night. We start off in the lower teens Friday morning, so if you're doing any shopping, it's going to be a really cold start. All we're going to do is the lower 20s. That's it. Normal highs in January are in the middle 20s, so this is even colder than that. That's the main weather story. Right now we got 26 in Madison. I think, Janesville, you're not at 37. You're probably closer to the upper 20s, 23 to the north in Camp Douglas, and 26 to the southwest in Platteville. Cold temperatures out there right now. The normal highs for this time of year, upper 30s. We even have a few flurries. I said that we had a couple out here on the patio. There you see a little bit more concentrated flurry activity over towards the east, towards Cottage Grove, Sun Prairie, over towards Lake Mills, and maybe our friends tuning in from Stoughton have a little bit more of that flurry activity. Planning our evening, that would be spot on there. A few flurries at 6 o'clock. Temperatures staying steady for now. They will crash later tonight. How cold are those wind chills going to be for your shopping morning Friday forecast? We also have the Badger game tomorrow. And how long will this cold weather last? We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Back to you in the much, much warmer studio.
Thank you, Alex. We're going to check back in with you here in a little bit. Millions flew the friendly skies to make it to Grandma's house for Thanksgiving. The TSA says it screened more than 2.7 million passengers on Wednesday. That is roughly 15,000 fewer travelers compared to the Wednesday before Thanksgiving of last year. Travelers will need to pack their patience on Sunday, though, when more than 3 million passengers are expected to take their journeys home. AAA is now offering its free tow-to-go program. Drivers in Wisconsin and Iowa can now call to request a free ride to a safe location within 10 miles of their pickup site. The Auto Club does warn that the program may not be available in some rural areas and those experiencing severe weather. The program runs through Monday. Now, a Milwaukee bar owner has lost his tavern license after police say they found a bowl of cocaine and live chickens inside the business. Ruben Albani Coyote is accused of shooting a gun out of a window in October. He denies that and says he doesn't even own a gun. He says the bowl of cocaine police found was also not his. But he did admit that he was raising a couple of chickens in the basement near the beer storage, saying he planned to eat them. That all culminated in the Milwaukee Common Council's licensing committee permanently revoking Coyote's license.
I just think he knows better to get into the trouble he's gotten into. So I think the record speaks for itself, but I agree it's difficult to support this license.
Police brought the chickens to a local animal control. One was euthanized due to its condition, with the other returned to the bar owner. Public Health Madison and Dane County is releasing its findings into THC-tainted food at Famous Yeti's in Stoughton. Public Health says restaurant staff accidentally used THC oil when making their pizza. Officials had found the oil bottle had a THC label on the top, but not on the sides. Public Health believes 85 people got sick. Most victims became dizzy as a result of eating the contaminated food. Nearly half had to see a doctor. 3 people had to stay in the hospital overnight. Well, coming up on News 3 now at 6, a northeast Wisconsin community is turning a tragedy into something good this holiday season. Plus, 'tis the season for charitable giving, how you can make sure the organizations you donate to are legitimate. The Thanksgiving holiday weekend is
You're watching News 3 now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
When a truck accident happens, the results can be catastrophic. Our dedicated and proven team is here to help, and there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
8 a.m. to 8 p.m., it's Steinhoffel's biggest Black Friday sale ever. Take $100 off every $14.99, plus a $100 MasterCard for every $14.99. Buy a premium mattress and get free premier delivery on everything. Or choose 0% 60-month financing. Shop early and find Black Friday doorbusters like sofas just $2.99. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Steinhoffel's Black Friday sale, 12 hours only.
I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, and independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
Wisconsin's largest and most spectacular Christmas show, Christmas in the Dells Dinner Show, is now open. It all starts with a 4-course Christmas feast, complete with ham, turkey, and all the fixins. And with new songs, cast and costumes, plus an appearance by Santa. This truly will be a magical holiday season. Enjoy the largest nativity in the state, complete with flying angels and live animals. Get your tickets today at ChristmasInTheDells.com. That's ChristmasInTheDells.com.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
Well, the Thanksgiving holiday weekend is about more than eating and shopping. It also ushers in the charitable giving season. Before you open your heart and wallet, there are a few practices to keep in mind. As a rule, do not donate over the phone or give anyone your credit card or other personal information until you confirm it's legit. Next, you can research how much of your donation goes into supporting a nonprofit's programs by using one or more of the major charity watchdogs, like the Wise Giving Alliance, Charity Navigator, and Charity Watch. The community of Two Rivers is turning a tragedy into something good this holiday season. They have started a toy drive for local kids in honor of Elijah Vu. The 3-year-old was reported missing in February, and his remains were later found in September. With the support from Elijah's family, members of the Remembering Elijah Vu Facebook group started the drive and partnered with the Two Rivers Police Department.
It was unbelievable the number of resources that came in to help us, whether it's other law enforcement agencies, citizens, private citizen groups. So it was amazing to see this happen, and I think this toy drive is kind of an extension of that, in the sense where let's not forget about Elijah. Let's not forget about the other children in our community also that are in need, you know, and how can we help them this holiday season.
They're looking for new unwrapped toys which will benefit children in Two Rivers. The drive also accepts cash or check donations which will benefit the Two Rivers Police Department's Shop with a Cop program. Gifts can be shipped to the police department by December 15th. Well, still ahead, the unique way one woman is giving turkeys to those living in some of the most remote areas of the U.S., plus how the Pentagon is making sure U.S. troops overseas are getting a taste of Thanksgiving. And just how cold is it going to get over the weekend? Alex returns with his complete forecast after the break.
This is it. Don't miss the gigantic Black Friday sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress. Everything in the store will be 28% off the lowest marked sale price for 28 hours. Save big on Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, England, Spring Air mattresses, Ashley, Amish furniture, and much more. Sofas from $198. That's right. Everything in the store will be 28% off the lowest marked sale price for 28 hours only. Free financing available. Hurry in today to the huge store-wide Black Friday sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
Winning at Ho-Chunk Gaming just got bigger, like mega bigger. When you win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, you're automatically entered into our mega jackpot winners quarterly drawings with a grand prize drawing on January 18th to win a new Jeep Wagoneer car buy and a chance for $100,000 in cash. Jackpot weekly drawings are going on now. Mondays, 10 winners, $500 in rewards play. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Today, our retirement savings account is safe because we made the switch. We had Medicare Advantage, but we'd seen too many friends give up the things they loved due to unexpected medical expenses. They thought their plan was good enough, but it didn't help when they needed it most. We found a better way with a Medicare supplement insurance plan from WPS. No worries, no hassles, no networks. Our time and our money are better spent here.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Welcome to Alpine Liquors, the largest independent liquor store in Dane County and beyond. We have over 700 vodkas, 1,500 whiskeys, 2,500 cold beers, 2,000 wines, and over 300 mini bottles for under $1. The area's largest selection. Your local Alpine Liquors, located in DeForest, Wisconsin.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
A few dozen families are snowed in this time of year in South Central Alaska, but they are still celebrating Thanksgiving thanks to a turkey drop. These frozen turkeys arrive via a low-flying plane. Families are told in advance on social media that they'll be on the way so they can spot them as they're dropped from the sky. It happened when Esther Kine was a child living in the region, so she decided to bring it forward, launching the project in 2022.
My vision with this is to make it into a nonprofit organization where I can get funding and more support that I can reach more parts of Alaska, because there are so many families that live rural and that live off-grid.
Esther delivered 32 turkeys this year. She's hoping to turn her high-flying good deeds into a full-on nonprofit organization. While many of us are enjoying a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal with loved ones, today U.S. troops stationed abroad will be feeling the miles more than most. But the U.S. military is making sure they get a taste of home, as CBS's Tina Kraus reports.
Soldiers overseas are savoring the spirit of Thanksgiving from thousands of miles away, tucking into a traditional meal with all the trimmings and a cultural twist.
Because we're also stationed in the Republic of Korea, we also have some Korean traditional foods, kimchi, radish kimchi, those types of things.
More than 28,000 U.S. troops are stationed in South Korea, and this year, higher-ranking Army officers served the soldiers. Sergeant Zachary Willis enjoyed every bite, but says it's not quite the same.
I definitely miss my grandma's, but this is still pretty good turkey, so I'll take it.
The Pentagon shipped in 700,000 pounds of food to service members across the globe. Huge helpings, including nearly 140,000 pounds of turkey, a mountain of beef, a heap of ham, and a sea of shrimp. Troops will also feast on 46,000 pounds of sweet potatoes, more than 9,000 cases of pies and cake, and 1,000 cases of eggnog. But what they want most, they can't have.
Kids, I really, really miss you. You mean the world to me. And I really, really miss my friends.
It's a similar sentiment at bases around the world, but troops say they have a lot to be grateful for.
What I'm thankful for most is the opportunity to work my dream job with the best dog I could possibly imagine.
I'm thankful for my battle buddies.
A Thanksgiving toast to the men and women on the front lines. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
There are around 170,000 active duty U.S. military troops serving across nearly 200 countries this Thanksgiving, with the most in Japan. The Northern Lights could bring some added excitement, and tonight on Black Friday, a solar storm is expected to make the colorful auroras visible. They will most likely be seen in parts of the northern U.S. from New York to Idaho. Experts say the northern lights may be brief and faint, and your ability to see them will depend on the intensity of the solar storm. Of course, weather conditions like clouds will also impact visibility. So we're going to be able to catch a glimpse of them here in Wisconsin. Here's Alex now to give us the answer.
I got the 50-50 forecast. Tonight, probably not so much. We got clouds and a few flurries, but tomorrow night, tonight, a distinct possibility here. And just a quick reminder, take your phone and put it on the night setting when you want to take those pictures. I just did that. I'd never seen the Northern Lights my entire life till a couple weekends ago, and I put it on the night setting, and boy, did I get some nice pictures. I'm going to set this off to the side here. When you take those pictures, coming back out here to show you higher up in the sky, that's where you see the reds. Then in the middle of the sky, you see the greens, and then the purples and the blues are closer to the ground. So tomorrow night is probably the better time to sneak the possibility of capturing the Northern Lights, and here's why. Arctic air will move in this weekend. We'll have deceptively sunny conditions starting Friday afternoon, lasting Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday night will be, or Friday night rather, will be clear, and so will Saturday night as well, provided that the Northern Lights are still out there. But you can definitely take a peek. Midweek, maybe some flurries, and then maybe another little bit of light snow a little bit later in the 10-day forecast. It's getting chilly out there, 26, few flurries out there. Just had those out there on the patio. 26 in Madison right now. We got 27 in Middleton. So a little bit warmer on the western side of Dane County. 25 to the northwest, our friends on the other side of the Wisconsin River in Sauk City. So we got a lot of mid-20s, a couple lower 20s. The Dells, you're down to 23. Janesville, this is probably a data artifact. I don't think you're hanging on to 37 unless there's a whole bunch of folks holding on to the thermometer to warm things up in Janesville. Probably a little bit colder than that. Now, the Arctic wind is going to move on in tonight with the polar cold front. About 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, that cold air is really going to spill in. Temperatures starting off Friday morning well into the teens. This is all we're going to do tomorrow. Lower 20s, normal highs, mid to upper 30s for southern Wisconsin. So it's going to feel more like January on this shopping Friday. Now, Packers, we do have that game that starts up in Green Bay not too long from now. Temperatures in the 20s. The winds are going to pick up. Bundle up if you have any friends or family heading up in that direction or getting ready to sit and watch the game. It's going to be a cold one. Temperatures on our shopping Friday also cold. Wind chill values could be as cold as near zero tomorrow morning. And later on our 10 o'clock newscast, I'm going to show you the wind chills tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and Monday morning as well. And the Badger game, 11 a.m. versus Minnesota, cold as well. You might want to wear a little extra red for the Badger game tomorrow, with temperatures feeling more like January. And then planning the rest of our weekend travel-wise here in southern Wisconsin, I said that deceptive sunshine Saturday and Sunday, breezy conditions, and those wind chills between 0 to 5 above and 0 to 5 below this weekend. I'll show again those wind chills in your neighborhood joining us at 10. After that, generally staying dry here through the entire 10-day forecast with just that chance of a few flurries on Wednesday with the weather system. We get a little bit warmer on Wednesday going into Thursday, watching maybe a clipper-like system to bring us some light snow by that following Saturday. And speaking of the holiday here, I thought this was fitting. Festive with the pumpkins there in the foreground. All you got to do is scan that QR code to link right up to channel3000.com/weather photos, and then we'll show those photos on air. Thanks, Stephanie from Sauk City. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want some ice time, a nice time, so good you post it twice time. You want some cheer? Now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you who you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont.
Happy holidays from your trusted partner for over 30 years, Avondale Roofing. Steep slope experts since 1988.
We often get asked,
is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices after an accident?
The answer is very simple, yes. We don't get paid until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to hire Gruber Law Offices. The call, the consultation, all free. You pay nothing until we win your case. It's just that simple. Call us today, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
in a Class 3 casino. You're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win. Ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Enjoy a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now. You have a consumer issue, and you keep getting the runaround.
It was just a total nightmare.
What you need is an advocate.
It's Call for Action to help me. Nobody else did.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team has the experience and resources to get results.
He was able to accomplish in a couple months what we couldn't accomplish in 4 years.
Need help? Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for Action, only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you.
On Friday, before the Battle for Paul Bunyan's axe, Wisconsin will honor 24 seniors. It's a class that has guys who've been here for 4 years, 5 years, and some for only just 1. But regardless of how long they've been a Badger, they've all made their mark on this program. And to be able to have their moment with their family to celebrate all their hard work is one that this group is looking forward to.
It's gonna be like a surreal moment because, I spent like a good chunk of my life here, man, and I'm so grateful that I experienced so much experience coming with Coach Chris, Coach Leonard, and Coach Fickle, and yeah, man, it's just an amazing moment, man. It's gonna be an amazing moment.
I have the group of guys and coaches around that can kind of help me grow into a man and grow into who I've been. It's been everything. I'm super grateful for the opportunity that I've had, and I'm grateful for the lows and the highs, honestly, because they've forged me into who I am today.
Wisconsin men's basketball is feeling pretty good right now. They're undefeated, ranked 15th in the country, and currently have the nation's longest win streak. Greg Gard couldn't have asked for a better start. Up next, a winless Chicago State team 2 days after Thanksgiving. But don't even think about calling it a trap game. This group knows there's work to be done thanks to a couple tough film sessions.
That kind of keeps us level-headed. Coaches do a good job of not really giving us too many compliments, not really congratulating us. I mean, yeah, it's good we won, but we got a lot of stuff to still work on. And we all know that.
Seen what happens when you get too high. Last year, I think we got up to number 6 and then kind of went into a little bit of a hole. So I think we have guys that have been through it before. I think we're a little bit more mature and mentally strong to not let that happen.
Usually Wisconsin women's hockey is off around this time of year, but this season is a little different. They'll be on the East Coast for a series with Maine starting on Black Friday, which means they won't be able to spend Thanksgiving with their families. Instead, Mark Johnson's squad is starting a new tradition of being together on Turkey Day. And that's something this group is thankful for.
We all love each other, we're best friends off the ice, and so if we can't go home, can't spend it with our parents and our siblings, this is the next best thing. And I think Maine is a little bit different than our normal road trips, and so everybody's a little bit excited, and we're excited for our Thanksgiving dinner. We just filled out our orders, and so everybody's pumped, and we're just really grateful to be able to be together during the holidays.
Back to you, Meryl.
Well, thank you, Zach. And now we have Alex here indoors to give us a final check of our weather forecast. What can you tell us?
And I'm enjoying the indoors. Are you enjoying it?
I love it in here. I could do here all day.
You're going to want to be inside as much as possible, though, this weekend, Meryl. Look at our Shopping Friday forecast. If you want something warm about Friday, maybe buying warm attire, either if you have to go outdoors, but certainly online. You can do online shopping, too. Staying cold through the 10-day forecast. Maybe a little snow, though, by next Saturday.
Good to know. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back at 10.